Hello there, K-Daily lovers. Today we're gonna watch this video from Smart Pizza. The video is called "This Animal is 100 times more deadly than Megalodon." Sorry if I said deadly instead of dangerous, but I just like to pronounce deadly with dangerous because they sound pretty similar. And I have watched Smart Pizza before, and the guy's voice sounds similar to the guy from Factolic. You know, the guy who talks about the largest fictional animals in movies? Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's watch it.
Megalodon was one of the greatest threats of the prehistoric world. A dangerous and very large shark that destroyed literally everyone in its path. However, even such a monster had its enemies. And some of them gave Megalodons a lot of problems.
Okay.
In this episode, I'll show you just such animals, which were 100 times more dangerous than Megalodon. Let's go.
Okay, let's see who goes first.
Leviathan. When it comes to Megalodon, many people say or think that this shark was invincible and almost invulnerable. But
yeah, I used to believe that.
Leviathan would argue with that.
Yeah.
Leviathan melvilli is perhaps the Megalodon's greatest rival. It's quite possible to say that this animal was much more dangerous than Megalodon. And interestingly enough, they lived at the same time.
Cool.
Leviathan is in fact the ancient sperm whale.
Yeah.
But it was much more powerful than its modern descendants.
Oh, okay.
These giants reached almost 60 feet in length and weighed 50 tons.
Okay, let's look at the size of the Leviathan. So yeah, he was right. It did live during the Miocene up to 9.9 to 5 million years ago. Actually, it lived from the Miocene until it started the Pliocene. Alright, now let's look at the size. Okay, so alright, so it could reach 44 feet long when using the modern sperm whale, and 53 to 57 feet long when using Zygophyseter. It has been estimated to weigh 57 TONNES, or metric tons. If it's short tons or just tons, it is 62.8 short tons, based on the length estimate of 57 feet or 17.5 meters. Or it can even reach up to 68 feet long. And I've heard of this guy saying that this giant whalezilla can weigh 120 metric tons.
The largest megalodons were inferior in size to Leviathan.
Actually, Megalodon can reach similar sizes to Leviathan.
Megalodons were also inferior to in terms of their main weapon and pride, their teeth. The name Megalodon translates from Greek as big tooth, and you can't argue with that. The teeth of Megalodon are really huge. They can reach 7.5 inches in length.
Or they can even reach up to 8 inches long.
By this logic, Leviathan should have been called Megalodon, because the teeth of the largest Leviathan reached about 16 inches in length.
And they're also considered to be the largest biting teeth out of any tetrapod, excluding elephant tusks and walrus tusks as well.
Twice the superiority is something incredible.
That's
Both
8
Leviathan
inches.
and Megalodon fed on the same thing. They hunted whales and large fish. There wasn't enough food for them all, so Leviathan and Megalodon competed with each other and engaged in fierce battles. Leviathan was cooler than Megalodon by almost all parameters. They were smarter. They were whales after all. They had developed echolocation. They had giant teeth.
And they also have the loudest call out of any animal, up to 236 decibels. Loud enough to kill you by vibration.
And they outshone any Megalodon in terms of size.
Are you stupid?
Of course, Megalodon could win, but rarely. In direct confrontations, the prehistoric sperm whale often defeated the dangerous shark by simply biting it in half. This is like comparing a modern great white shark and a sperm whale.
Actually, the sperm whale would win against a great white shark. Megalodon would sometimes win when it comes to fighting Leviathan.
Can hardly compete with the toothed whale. Zygophyseter.
Okay,
Next, we have another
Zygophyseter.
sperm whale. Zygophyseter viroli also is an extinct cetacean species, often referred to as the killer sperm whale.
And I see why.
It's fair enough. It's called the sperm whale because it was related to the prehistoric Leviathan sperm whale.
Or you can just call it Leviathan.
It's called the killer because it was ruthless. Zygophyseter, by the way, is often compared to modern orcas, which are also known as killer whales.
No coincidence.
In terms of size, Zygophyseter was inferior to its older brother Leviathan. These sperm whales only reached 23 feet in length.
Okay, let's see what Wikipedia has to say about Zygophyseter. So Z-Y... Okay, so Miocene, 11.6 to 7.2 million years ago. And let's see the size. It is said to reach 21 to 23 feet long. So Smart Pizza is not joking when he said that. So I'm gonna give him a pass.
Their teeth were also smaller, but at the same time, approximately the same as those of Megalodon, about 6 to 8 inches long.
You sure? Let's see. So the teeth range in height from 150 to 250 millimeters, which is 5.9 to 9.8 inches, with an average height of 175.6 millimeters, which is around 6.91 inches, and ranged in diameter from 447 to 56 millimeters, or 1.9 to 2.2 inches, with an average of 52.4 millimeters, or 2.06 inches. So this is pretty much a forgivable mistake.
Leviathan, which relied on ramming power and incredible size, Zygophyseter probably took advantage of its small size and made...
Why are you showing Brighton Physeter from Jurassic Fight Club?
Agile and quick maneuvers while hunting megalodons. Yes, it did hunt them, since they lived in the same period. In addition, Zygophyseter successfully used echolocation, which allowed them to navigate in space and spot ambushes, including those of megalodons.
Okay.
So it was impossible to attack this whale stealthily. It read the information, stopped the attack, and savagely dealt with megalodons and other large prehistoric creatures. Allophyseter. And one more predatory whale. It's clear from the name that Allophyseter were related to Zygophyseter.
Let's look at Allophyseter. And we're also going to look at the size, because I love learning about sizes. Okay, so it lived during the mid to late Miocene. So up to 15.97 to around 5.332 million years ago. It was 20 feet long, or 6 meters, and weighed about 2,400 pounds, up to 1,100 kilograms, or 1.1 metric tons.
Were similar. Scientists believe that Allophyseter inhabited the place where Panama is now. At that time, it was still underwater, and in its place, there was a peculiar strait. It was through this strait that many of the sea creatures of the time
come on,
that
why are
lived
you
in the
showing
waters near North
Spinosaurus?
America swam. And it was in this strait that megalodons were often hunted. Allophyseter liked to...
I forgot to mention that the man's voice goes from high to low. Like, it's pretty unusual.
Their hunt and attack these predators themselves. Their main trick was their number.
Okay.
Allophyseter swam in groups, so they posed a huge threat to any prehistoric animal.
Not the
including
Spinosaurus
Megalodon.
again.
Leopleurodon.
Okie dokie, time for the first animal that didn't live with Megalodon.
Here's the first animal in this episode which has never crossed paths with Megalodon. Leopleurodon lived about 160 to 155 million years ago.
Are you actually sure? Let's take a look at Leopleurodon. He was a little bit close. So 166 to 155 million years ago. So he wasn't wrong. Now I get the fact that it was a successful animal in walking with dinosaurs, but it was very inaccurate, being up to 82 feet long or 25 meters and weighing over 150 metric tons, which is around 330,000 pounds. It is said that the largest can reach up to 33 feet long, with a more typical size ranging from 16 to 23 feet long. And the mass can be up to 2,200 to 3,700 pounds. They can even weigh as much as 6,600 pounds, which is up to 3 metric tons.
There were no megalodons, but there were plenty of dinosaurs back then.
Yeah, I do like watching Walk with Dinosaurs. But there's just one criticism I had to say about it. It's the CGI. Yeah, the CGI is pretty primitive. So during that time, not all of the animals moved very realistically. Like, they moved similar to Woody and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 1995.
Dinosaur wasn't afraid of them. It was the other way around. Leopleurodon was so powerful and fearless that it was the dinosaurs that were afraid of it.
But it didn't reach up to 82 feet long.
Rushed out of the water and onto the shore and ate some inattentive lizard.
Oh yes, that scene was such a phenomenon.
For the most part, though, all its activity took place in the water.
Skip.
Having huge flippers, Leopleurodon was an excellent swimmer.
Jesus Christ, this is already a long video.
Its flippers like wings, so it was, in fact, an underwater bird.
Acting like a sea turtle, actually.
The giant plesiosaur had hefty speed and dived deeply, so hardly anyone could hide from it. Most of its prey was fish, large cephalopods, and marine reptiles.
What about dinosaurs?
Megalodon had lived at the same time as Leopleurodon. It would have suffered the same fate.
But luckily it didn't.
Leopleurodon would have moved faster than Megalodon in combat, so it would have been able to exhaust the shark and finish it off. It could also attack it from behind. Skull studies show that Leopleurodon could pick up odors in the water with its nostrils.
Cool.
A predator could sniff out where Megalodon was hiding, swim up behind it unnoticed, and carry out a vicious massacre.
You forgot to say that it was a pliosaur.
The mere sight of this creature suggests that it was extremely dangerous. That's right. Dunkleosteus is a typical monster from a very long time ago.
He pronounced Dunkleosteus as Dunkleosteus. Ay, ay, ay.
The creature lived long before the dinosaurs, about 415 to 360 million years ago.
Let me double check to make sure you're right. Because I have a high doubt that you're right. Oh, you're such a liar. So 382 to 358 million years ago. So you're absolutely wrong. Okay, now the size has so much arguments. Now its size can range anywhere from 13 to 33 feet long. However, most cited length estimates are speculative and lack I can't pronounce the keyword. Or statistica, I can't pronounce the S word either. Backing and lengths of 16 feet or more are poorly supported. And there's also a 2023 argument that suggests that it could reach up to 13.5 feet long and weigh just 1 ton.
Megalodon and Dunkleosteus are separated by about 400 million years of evolution.
Again, you're right.
Even so, the old creature would have given a shark a hard time.
Old.
Dunkleosteus is much smaller than Megalodon, but it had a stunning weapon, the jaws. Interestingly, unlike Megalodon, the jaws of Dunkleosteus had not teeth, but bone plates.
Which are also known as a beak structure, and they're also known as shield.
Some may think that they're worse than teeth, but not in the case of Dunkleosteus.
This is the jaws of shield.
The monster literally crushed its prey with its bony plates.
So it's like literally like a shark having a mouth that is actually a pair of scissors cutting through a tuna, like a piece of paper.
Dunkleosteus' bite force was more powerful than that of many modern sharks, which...
Well, if the bite force is around 11,000 psi, that is stronger than that of a great white shark, 17 times that, which is up to 669 psi.
give it a good chance to defeat Megalodon in a theoretical contest. Well, if there was a small Megalodon in front of it, Dunkleosteus wouldn't even eat it. It would just instantly open its mouth, and a powerful stream of water would suck the shark into the mouth of the prehistoric monster.
You stupid idiot! What about the crushing bite force?
Deinosuchus. But still, even with its bone plates, Dunkleosteus was noticeably inferior to Megalodon in terms of bite force. The situation with Deinosuchus is exactly the opposite. Because scientists have not yet found any creature that would bite harder than this formidable and gigantic prehistoric crocodile.
Stop it, you idiot! The Deinosuchus' bite force is weaker than that of godforsaken Megalodon's bite!
Scientists' calculations show that the bite force of Deinosuchus was approximately 3 times greater than that of Megalodon.
I have no words. Okay, so we're gonna have to go to the calculator to see how much is that. So, I do know that Megalodon's bite force is 40,000 pounds of pressure, or PSI. So, let's go and take a look at it. So, 4,000 is 40,000, or 400 times 3. Wow, Smart Pizza is stupid as heck.
That is, the crocodile would not even have to exert much force to bite the vicious shark in half.
I joke you not. If Deinosuchus has a bite 3 times greater than that of Megalodon, it would have to reach triple the size of Megalodon. Oh, give me a second. Here, I'm recording. Thank you. Just save it for me, okay? Oh dude, this is barely 18 minutes, so we're gonna have to quick this up. And by the way, my father is here right now. He just got sushi from me, from Sumo.
Megalodon itself was never able to try these teeth on itself because Deinosuchus lived tens of millions of years before it.
This guy is a stupid idiot. I swear, you guys. Let's look at how many years ago did Deinosuchus live. So, 82 to 73 million years ago. And there are so many arguments about the size. So, some people say that it could reach 49 feet long. But it was more likely to reach 23 to 33 feet long and weigh up to 2.5 to 5 metric tons, around 2.8 to 5.5 short tons. An even bigger weight estimate is up to 8.5 metric tons, or 9.4 short tons.
But quite a few dinosaurs had such a bitter experience. Being a huge crocodile up to 40 feet long and weighing over 8 tons.
What did I say?
Deinosuchus didn't hesitate to hunt many dinosaurs. These crocodiles also easily crushed the shells of giant sea turtles, ate large fish, and got almost any prey into their giant mouths.
The crushing force of Deinosuchus is similar to that of an orca, which would have the strongest bite out of any living animal right now.
If they had lived at the same time, Megalodon could have been a prey too. I don't think this shark would have defeated such a nimble and powerful crocodile. By the way, the same thing's happening now.
But with smaller sharks.
Crocodiles and sharks occasionally cross paths with each other and put up fights. In most cases, crocodiles win. They're more agile and dexterous. They have a stronger bite and stronger skin.
Oh.
The saltwater crocodile, the largest modern crocodile and owner of the strongest bite on the planet right now.
But do you know what? There are so many animals that have a stronger bite than a saltwater crocodile, like rats and even the orca. Some people consider the Nile crocodile to have the strongest bite, up to 5,000 psi. But the saltwater crocodile's bite force would need to be around 3,700 psi.
Does best in this regard. I'm sure it could compete with Megalodon and give it a hard time.
Dude! It was smaller than godforsaken Megalodon, as it can averagely reach up to 20 feet long and weigh just 1 ton.
Could several other modern animals. Let's see what else could stand up to Megalodon. Sperm whale. Since prehistoric killer
You've already talked about 3 sperm whales. Now you're adding so much pain by adding just a modern sperm whale.
whales were the Megalodon's main enemies, modern sperm whales could cause these predatory sharks many problems. Unlike
Actually, it will cause 10 times the pain that Megalodon already had with Leviathan, Zygophaceter, and Olophyseter.
other whales, sperm whales are predators. They can easily deal with huge squid and can also engage in a fight with a shark.
And also, did you know that the squid is the longest of the cephalopods, surpassing even a 1 metric ton colossal squid?
Sperm whales are very large. Males grow up to 66 feet in length and weigh about 40 tons.
They can even weigh up to 80 metric tons and reach 85 feet long for the largest.
It's not easy to bite and kill such a giant, so at least it would not be easy for Megalodon to fight with modern sperm whales. At the most, the toothy whales would have easily dealt with them in a matter of minutes. It'd be fair to arrange a battle between Megalodon and another shark.
Stop it! Other sharks are smaller, except for the whale shark, which can reach a similar size to Megalodon.
In my opinion, the bull shark would be an excellent contender.
Are you really killing me right now? Let's take a look at bull sharks to see how big they are. One interesting thing to say about the bull shark is that it lived in the Miocene to the recent times. Alright, here we go. The bull shark can be up to 81 centimeters or 2.8 feet long. It actually says 2 feet 8 inches in length when birth. An adult female bull shark can average up to 2.4 meters or 8 feet long and typically weigh 290 pounds or 130 kilograms. Whereas the slightly smaller adult male averages 7 feet long or 2.25 meters and weighs 95 kilograms or 209 pounds. While a maximum size of 11 feet or 3.5 meters is commonly reported, a single record exists of a female specimen of exactly 4.0 meters or 13 feet. A 3.25 meter, 10.7 foot long pregnant individual reached nearly 1,000 pounds or 450 kilograms. And what really depresses me so much is that how bull sharks have a bite force up to 5,914 newtons, up to 1,330 lbf. Weight for weight, the highest among all cartilaginous fish. Well, that's according to documents. When a great white shark has a bite of 669 psi, but if a great white shark has a bite force of 4,000 psi, boy, you better say goodbye to the award of the bull shark.
Many scientists recognize it as the most aggressive and dangerous modern shark on the planet, and not the great white shark.
But if you're wrong,
These predators mercilessly deal with stingrays, dolphins, sea turtles, and crustaceans. The bull shark is certainly inferior to Megalodon in terms of size.
Well, it is the largest freshwater shark, I'm pretty sure.
But it could defeat several not particularly strong megalodons due to its recklessness, fearlessness, and unstoppable aggression.
Please
In general, it could win at the expense of its combativity. Belcher's sea snake.
Oh my god.
And finally, an unusual opponent for a shark, a sea snake. This particular sea snake is not even close to as aggressive as the bull shark or...
Well, it's considered to have the most venomous bite out of any snake, except for the black mamba, according to How to Survive.
Other animals in this episode, but it has incredible venom. A few milligrams of the Belcher sea snake venom are enough to kill 1,000 people.
Shocking.
If you make the snake angry, it'll use its super venom to its full potential. So, in a theoretical battle with Megalodon...
Stop it! It's smaller than Megalodon. Let's see what Wikipedia says about the Belcher sea snake. So the scientific name of this snake is Hydrophis belcheri. Nice name. It's not just called the Belcher sea snake, but it's also called the faint-banded sea snake. It's an elapid. So it's around 0.5 to 1 meter long, up to 20 to 40 inches long when it becomes an adult. And there's so many synonyms for the genus or species, I just cannot count them.
Sea snake could poison a shark by biting it in a vulnerable spot, in the gills, for example. In that case, Megalodon would have died quite quickly.
And that's why we say, don't judge a book by its cover.
That's all, guys. What animal
That was 10 minutes of pure pain.
you personally consider to be the strongest opponent for Megalodon?
None!
Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you later.
Honestly, for the accuracy, I'm just gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. I mean, not all animals existed with Megalodon, except for the 3 giant sperm whales. And I'm gonna see if sperm whales existed during the Miocene. Actually, they existed during the freaking Pliocene. Oh, yeah. I mean, Megalodon did exist until the Pliocene, so I'll give it a pass. So it went extinct around 3.6 million years ago. It was formerly thought to be extinct around 2.6 million years ago. That's during the start of the Pleistocene. Alright guys, so see you guys next time. Bye.